students at a private school in Sydney. It is unclear how many schools across Australia require girls to wear skirts. Michelle Moss of Fairfax Media, Sydney, Australia. Girls at public schools across the state of Western Australia will be allowed to wear pants and shorts to class, no longer restricted to only dresses, skirts or skirts. The Education Department, in response to a complaint from an 11-year-old student, announced last week that it would amend a statewide dress code to offer girls more uniform options. Students and parents have long voiced complaints about the policy, but the pushback has gained renewed momentum. After Christina Meir, of Perth, discovered that her 11-year-old, Sophia, could not wear shorts to school, they wrote to the state's education minister, Sue Ellery, calling for a change. Sophia Meir, 11, wrote to the education minister of her state asking for girls to be allowed to wear shorts or pants to class. Christina Meir, my daughter and her friends have been quite unhappy about it for some time, said Ms. Meir, who is also a representative of Girls' Uniform Agenda, a group that campaigns for girls to have the option of wearing shorts and pants. The rule restricted their movement, she said, making them worry about their body and space. The dress code made it difficult to participate in athletic activities, Sophia said. I think it's really unfair that my brothers have been allowed to wear shorts, and all through primary school I haven't been allowed to except when I have sport, she wrote in her letter. I really love kicking the footy, netball and doing handstands at recess and lunch. It is annoying doing these things in a skirt. Ms. Ellery said that after meeting with the Meirs, she asked her department to ensure the policy was non-discriminatory. The change does not apply to private schools, but a number of private schools in Perth said this week that they plan to follow suit. We are introducing trousers for girls next year, but it's very much an option, said Robert Henderson, principal of John the 23rd College, a Catholic private school. It's certainly not throwing out the traditional uniform. The decision came after consulting with employees, students and parents. Here's a look at the discussion around the policy. Good job, Sophia. https://copy-must-been-vid. Sue Ellery at Sue Ellery, September 3, 2017. How common is a mandatory skirt policy? It is unclear how many schools across Australia require girls to wear skirts. Girls' Uniform Agenda is still compiling data. So far, about 70% of public high schools and all private high schools in Brisbane, Queensland, mandate wearing a skirt, said Amanda Mergler, a co-founder of the group, but a handful of private schools allow exceptions in the winter. That percentage is likely similar in other states, too. Such a requisite, Dr. Mergler said, can perpetuate harmful gender stereotypes, leaving girls to believe that they should sit and look pretty, while boys may be perceived as active explorers. Dr. Mergler said she pulled her 6-year-old daughter from one school after a classmate told her she could not use the girls' bathroom because she was wearing pants. You look around schoolyards and where girls have had to wear dresses and skirts, Dr. Mergler said. They're sitting down on the sidelines and watching boys run around and playing in shorts. One study in 2012 found that when 10-year-old girls wore sports uniforms over skirts, they were significantly more active during recess. What's happening in other states? Most education departments let individual schools determine dress code, though they usually have a provision that the guidelines must comply with anti-discrimination policies. In New South Wales, for example, the department states that rules should accommodate the diverse nature of the student population in the school and not disadvantage any student. In Queensland, the uniform must be gender-neutral. Because of the ambiguity in language, Dr. Mergler said, schools can claim they are complying with the code by simply providing boys and girls uniforms. Parents in Queensland continue to lobby for an amended policy after an effort to allow girls to wear pants was rejected in May. In Victoria, a petition to change the policy has drawn more than 20,000 signatures. Sophia's letter pleading for change to the dress code in Western Australia. Are there arguments for keeping skirts? Most arguments seem to rest on tradition. I think tradition plays a strong part in our schools, and we often want to honor those traditions, Mr. Henderson said. His school will provide the option to wear pants, he said, but that should be for schools to determine on an individual basis. Certainly in private schools, there's an element of long-standing traditions and parents sometimes thinking, I went to that school and I wore that dress, and I want my daughter to wear that dress, Dr. Mergler said. And the uniform is quite symbolic. When she first broached the idea of amending the dress code at her daughter's school, some parents defended skirts as a way to accustom girls to wearing dresses in the workplace. In the real world, women get to choose, Dr. Mergler said. I choose today whether I put on pants or skirts, and we want girls to have the same choice at schools. As for Sophia Meir, her mother said that the exercise was a good lesson in effecting change. I think she yelped in joy actually and jumped up and down, she said of her daughter's reaction upon learning the policy would be amended. She was really excited.